Well, we're back here at my father-in-law's house. We're going to get this lean-to a little bit further along. So we've got the posts up and the header boards. That was the previous video. And we're going to go ahead and get the header board up along the building and get rafters set and purlins set. And then he's got steel coming. So what we started with here is these are the header boards that will nail to the side of the building. And they've got brackets, just joist hanger or rafter hanger brackets installed on there at 4 foot on center. We'll kind of hold these up against the wall here and nail a 5/4 board to the back of them to go in between these ribs, and we'll probably do those every 6 foot or so, and that way those boards will be mounted up there and won't be pressing against each of those ribs. So we know that this gutter is pitched down over here, so this is the lowest spot of the gutter. So when you add up our 2x6 header board and rafter, and then a 2x4 on top of that for the purlin, and then the rib of the metal, we're going to come down 9 inches off that low end of the gutter there, and I'll create a level line across here that's 9 inches down from over there. So it'll be further down over here because this gutter is pitched all that way. So it's higher here than it is back there. So the next thing we're doing here is we've got these backer boards mounted on here, and that's what spaces it out between the ribs and the metal. And we got them nailed on. We marked where we'd miss a rib here, and once they're nailed on, we're pre-drilling holes through them. And the reason we decided to do that is these lag bolts we're putting through them, those threads were grabbing the wood too much and trying to suck through the wood before they were drilling through the metal of the metal sheeting there. So like I said, we pre-drilled those holes so that we could get these through without sucking through that wood before getting through this metal sheeting. And you can look down the line there how much we've gotten done so far. Alright, so we got all the header board up, and we're going to start trying to make some rafters here. We've got to do that to fit the slope we've got from this higher side over to this lower side here. And so we'll put a slant cut on this one, and on this one we're going to put a bird's mouth to sit on top of those two boards there. Using this one here as a storyboard and marking all the other boards. Got that mark there. And down here is the bird's mouth cut. Marking that one there. And then we take this board off. And we got our lines here we need to cut to. So that way all 13 of these rafters get cut the same way. 13 rafters all cut off the storyboard, so it should be pretty close to all the same. We'll go ahead and get them hung up in the joist hanger there, and then also nail up here, and I'll show you in a second how we're gonna make the attachment for the rafter to this double header board here. Okay, so here's the rafter connection. You know, up there we use the joist hangers along the building, and here on this end, you know, we bird's mouth this board here, so you can see it's cut there and cut there. And then this is a small 2x4 that nailed in here and here, and then nailed it from there into that board. So that's now keeping that in place, and also nailing these two header boards together as well. So spacing them at 4 foot on center going along this way, and we'll continue that. And once these are all nailed together, we'll go ahead and get the purlins marked and spaced on here as well. So these two little boards that he just handed up to me there, those are 2x4s that were cut to 1 foot 9 inches long. And you'll see I use those over and over again while putting these purlins on, because that will space all the purlins at 2 foot on center. And I find that a lot easier to work with rather than trying to go up there with a measuring tape and measure the 2 foot distance between all those purlins. So that's just a quick tip there, where you can just make up a board of whatever length you need to use over and over again to set your spacing. We got all the purlins up, nailed down. So this thing will be ready to put some sheeting on it. Just starting to rain here, so we got to pack up. Look at that. Make for some nice boat storage. Maybe we'll come back here in a few weekends and get the sheeting on.